So what should I do with this?
Just that one line. I just put it down here so that it would be on there.
So,
So when it's, see, like here, this is what I was just scribbling on before. So right here, that's just this line. These are, yeah, this is just another, it's just another one of those. I had all these because I was bored. But this is just that one line.
yes, and what should I do with the line?
What
Do you want me to write?
overlap
Okay, you want me to write their names? That's what I
or
was
something like that. Anything is fine. That makes sense. If not, I'll do it after.
I can write exactly. That's your name?
Yeah.
So I write.
But right here,
Yes.
the people are signing, the people below are signing.
Yes.
Or something like that.
So you have Maya Sheree, and you have
Abraham, yeah, Sarah.
Becerra.
Yeah.
That's the people I'm going to.
But I just didn't know. Here's what I got lost.
I'm going to write their names, and that's.
Do you want to do it right back here?
Yeah,
And then
that's
come
a
back
good
up?
idea. I want it till the moment you read it. That's why I want them to when I read it. Now I bring it to you.
So Shabbat Shalom. And I think when I turn this on, it'll even work better. There we go. Now it's green. Okay, so Shabbat Shalom. It is wonderful to see you all. Today is not only Shabbat, but a very, very special Shabbat indeed. So we are going to begin our service on page 3. Page 3. And I am going to ask you to come up and do the candles. You can have Aaron and Robert come up. Yeah, go ahead also, Robert. One of them, so that
Okay.
That'll be my left side.
First. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have
Kindled light, so may we, in our day,
be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher Kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tivanu v'hazik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to light the lights of Shabbat.
And that's the official first salsa. Please turn now to page 6. And we join together. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Page 10. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la 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 la. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la la. Shevet achim gam yachad, hine ma tovu manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad, shevet achim gam yachad. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Page 20. Lecha dodi likrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, Ishmiyanu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Lecha dodi likrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nekabela. V'hikrat Shabbat lechu v'neilcha, Ki mekor habracha, Meherosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh v'machshevat ila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitorari, Ki va'orechu mi ori, uri. And Laich nihigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Penei Shabbat nekabela. Bohoi v'shalom ateret ba'ala. Gam b'simcha u'v'zohola. Toch emunei am sekula. B'wichala, b'wichala. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Penei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise. Bo'i v'shalom ateret ba'ala. Gam b'simcha u'v'zohola. Toch emunei am sekula. B'wichala, b'wichala. Lecha dodi. Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Penei Shabbat nekabela. Please be seated and turn to page 24. And we join together. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeichen l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And we are turning the page. Whoops, hold on 1 second. Aha, page 145. 145. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. V'amad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'izman kariv. V'meru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach. Le'olam omeomaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach. V'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal. Shemei kudasha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran v'yama. V'meru amen. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. And we are at the bottom of 147. And join with me, please. Adonai, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish, but your sovereignty endures. Though all things pass, let not your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you, and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. On the next page. In each age we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment we are addressed by the world.
Age we are challenged by our ancient teaching. At each moment we stand face to face with truth.
In each age we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment the knowing heart is filled with wonder.
In each age the children of Torah become its builders and seek to set the world firm on the foundation of truth.
Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Together, you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them be a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem, Emet. Together on the next page. We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all. Before our eyes there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness. When will redemption come? Long ago we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High.
Remember God's presence redeems time and events, so we celebrate His power that makes for you.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot, oseh felem, nora tehilot, oseh felem. Malchutecha ra'uvanecha, bokeh lifnei Moshe uMiriam, zehiyanu ve'ameru, Adonai Olam Va'ed. Loch Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'amar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov u'ki lo mi'ad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Thus it is said together, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. On page 153, the third line in the Hebrew, and sort of a line after that in the English. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. shlomecha. Spread over all of us the Sukkot of Shalom. Spread over all of us the Sukkot of Shalom. Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha. Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha. Page 154. Ishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Ishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Ein yuven b'nei Yisrael ohi le'olam, ohi le'olam. Ishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Ishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Vayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Ishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Page 155, please rise. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevigiu et lav lifnei v'neihem, L'man Shemo v'Ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei Akol atah Rav l'Hoshia, Mechalkel Chaim b'Chesed, Mechayei Hakol b'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim v'Rofet Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melech, Melech Meid, Umechayei, Umatzniach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Michayei ha'kol, Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kdoshim b'chol yom yahalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el ha'kadosh. Together in the English on that page. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el ha'kadosh. Please be seated. And we join together in the middle in the English. You set aside the seventh day for your name, the pinnacle of creation, and you blessed it above all other days, more sacred than all festival times. So it is written in your Torah, the heaven and the earth were finished and all their array. On the seventh day God had completed the work that had been done, ceasing then on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, and ceased from all the creative work that God had chosen to do. Page 160 at the bottom. And we join together. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day, and may we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Be gracious, Adonai, our God, to your people Israel, and receive our prayers with love. May our worship always be acceptable to you. Fill us with the knowledge that you are near to all who seek you in truth. On page 163, we continue. Together, for the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and our hands, we offer praise. For the desire in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For life and nature, harmony and beauty, for the hope of tomorrow, all praise to the source of being. We turn to 164. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. We continue now from 164 to 167, any of the prayers that you might wish to pray. So we have a very, very special treat. A special treat for two individuals and a special treat especially for all of us. It is so incredible to be able to welcome someone to the Jewish people. To say that both of you are so amazing and so wonderful, and just because you are so incredible, we know that you are enhancing Judaism. And it's because of who you are and how you are and what you do. And so the teachings that you share a little bit, the thoughts that you share, the ideas that you have learned, the ways that you have experienced growth in yourselves and in Judaism, it just changes the whole world. And it makes everybody smile. And so, I'm going to ask you both to come up, but you can come up one at a time if you prefer. So I think you put the prayer book down, so I think that means you have to come up first. Yeah, come on up. Okay. That works. I'll get a chair. Sit over here.
It's okay. I can stand.
You don't want to stand.
You said it.
Okay.
Or do I just yell at him?
Just here. Wait. Here's.
Oh, I know.
Use the mic. There's a
You have to
mic
use the
right
mic because
back
otherwise.
there.
Oh yeah, you can use that one. That one makes more sense.
It's on.
Hello? Hi. Just a second, I have to get my notes. I didn't have notes yesterday and I don't remember anything.
Yesterday was really exciting.
Yeah. I also usually cry when I'm happy, so I'm just gonna try to get through this, okay? Okay. Thank you for giving me this time tonight for my thoughts and thanks, even though I know it isn't just for me. Got Robert. Thank you to Josh, Jake, and Ethan, who started this journey with me 10 years ago, not knowing tonight is where we would end up. See, I didn't even say anything. Okay. 10 years ago, I was looking for a way to bring Jake and Ethan a better understanding of God. I did not know I was looking for the same thing for myself. It's good. We're good. I was looking for a place where my kids could see not only good people, but how to become good people.
Closer to you.
I was looking for a place, I was looking for a place where my kids could learn that by helping people, they help themselves to grow. I really wanted to see, I can't even read now because it's blurry. I really wanted them to see they had a bigger place in this world than Josh and I alone could show them. I hope they continue their religion as they grow and change. And I hope I can be a positive force behind them continuing their own questioning and growing towards God. TBS has been a part of my life for the last 10 years, and I appreciate our family here. I'm thankful to be a member of Temple Sholom, and I hope I can positively influence our future within this community, as well as the people we are yet to meet who may or may not stay within this community. I want them to feel as much support as I have felt as a mother, just trying to do what I could to bring God and good influence into my kids' lives. I can thank so many members of TBS and Temple Israel for helping me get to tonight. There are people in this room and some who are not in this room. Who have been so generous to my family and myself. Thank you. See, I brought my own, but now I can't open them. If you taught my kids through religious school, if you became my friend through services, if you became my kids' honorary grandparents by enjoying their presence at services on Friday nights, if you had any part in helping me plan 2 bar mitzvahs in 3 years and showing up to help celebrate, and the many ladies and gentlemen I have met through Hadassah, just know I appreciate you. If you had had us in your home for meals, a holiday meal, or just a regular meal, I want to thank you. Your open hearts and positive spirits are the reason I took a permanent step into the Jewish religion, as well as now being able to see myself as a part of the Jewish history and future. I look forward to being a member of this temple as well as the overall Jewish community. That was loud, sorry. A special thank you to Rabbi Lynn Goldstein for bringing a positive, nurturing energy to every class and this entire experience. You didn't know that I was patiently waiting for you to come into my life and grow my relationship to God, to Judaism, its people, as well as more recently to Israel. Thank you. You are written into my life in a big way, and I look forward to what is ahead. Congrats to Robert as well. I see everything in you that I've seen in this congregation. You are a great addition to the tribe.
Thank you.
Bye. Hug.
Mazel tov.
And me too.
Is it on? Can you hear me? Okay. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It was reversed. Yesterday I wrote something down when I was before the rabbis, and Aaron didn't. And today I was like, well, I did well in front of the rabbis, so I'm not going to write anything down, and now I'm up here a little speechless. But I will say, for me, I feel like my Jewish journey began a long time before I even knew I was on a Jewish journey. I've talked to a lot of you a little bit about my religious upbringing, which was, my parents told me we believed in God, and that was our religion. My dad grew up in a fundamentalist, evangelical, Christian environment that he left and never went back to, and my mom grew up in the complete reverse, where she grew up in a home where there was Buddha in the living room, Moses in the kitchen, maybe Jesus in the bathroom, so it was a diverse, hippie, dippy environment. And those two, Bob and Donna, got together, and here I am. And I was raised in an environment, even though I didn't know it at the time, that was sort of Jewish. My parents said, we have our beliefs, but you're free to explore the world the way you want to, and they encouraged that in me as a small child. And I thank them for that, because little did I know, or they know at the time, that that was probably the seeds that led me here today. What really got me to cross the street, though, from my apartment to come here was 2020 was a hard year for me. And when I look at my life, it's been an array of ups and downs, and the ups have been really fun, but the downs have been really, really low. And up until this point, I really had no meaning. Growing up throughout my life, I have struggled with a lot of things about myself. I am queer. That was a struggle. I have struggled with coming into my own. And in 2020, it all hit. The world shut down. My life, the things that I thought were my life, which was basically just going out and having a good time with friends, which I still like to do, but that was my life. And suddenly it was all gone, and I was left alone at home while a pandemic took over the world, and I realized that I did not know who I was. And I wrestled with myself for a long time, and I went through all my old journals and everything and realized my life was a series of cycles. The same people were in it. There were the same people were in it, but they all had different faces. The same boyfriends were there, the same girlfriends, the same experiences just kept happening over and over, and I realized there had to be something more, or I was either a cosmic mistake and never meant to be here. And one of the things that, the first thing I ever learned about Judaism was that they believe the belief that all life is holy. And when you're a queer kid and you think everyone hates you, to have somewhere out there, a group of people believe that you're holy just for who you are, and you can contribute for someone, you can contribute for being who you are, is a huge deal. And it's a beautiful thing about not this faith, this people. And one July day, I knocked on the door. And I told Rabbi Goldstein, I think I want to be Jewish. And she said, well, sit down. And through the past year, I have studied with you all. I have been a face at Torah study. And today I'm just here physically committing to what my soul already was. I'm physically now Jewish, but I believe my soul has been Jewish since the day I have been born. And I believe that while you all were crossing the sea, I woke up and was like, oh, that was today. And it took me a little while to, to meet you at Sinai, but I'm here now. And I want to thank everyone in this congregation. You'll be seeing a lot more of me. You have welcomed me with open arms. I have enjoyed every minute of this experience. I woke up this morning and told myself, I can't believe this is the first full day that I'm a Jew. And then I was like, what should I do? Should I complain? But anyway, Shabbat Shalom, and thank you all. Mazel tov.
Don't go anywhere.
Oh.
What I would like to do is give you both a chance if anybody has questions.
Sure.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Don't make me cry.
Yeah, no, crying's good.
Aaron will answer all your questions.
What's up? Anybody got anything? Thank you. Nobody over there? None of you? Good?
Tell us.
Yeah, that's what I was pointing at my kids. Yeah, nothing to
Why don't
say.
you guys talk a little bit about the mikvah and what it was like and how you felt?
Okay, so we went to the Mikvah in St. Louis yesterday. Actually, we went and visited 3 temples before we went to the Mikvah. Very, very different temples. All 3 of them were very different from each other and different from TBS, so that's how we kind of started our day. Then we went into the Mikvah, which is a tiny little building, all completely remodeled. It is beautiful inside. And we waited for the other 2 rabbis to show up, and then they questioned me, and then they questioned Robert alone. And I remember nothing about what I said. Nothing. I remember smiling, and I remember being happy, and the only question I remember was, what was his name, Rabbi? The older one. Lane Steinger. He asked me if I liked water. Anyone who really knows me knows I love water. So my Hebrew name is Maya, meaning water. So I was like, yes, I love water. That's just something I've always loved. And he was like, well, you're gonna get in some water. And then I was like, oh, he wasn't really asking me like if I liked water. So he's telling me, you've passed. And I was like, oh, okay. So it kind of felt silly, but it was fun. And then we went into the mikvah room and we said the prayers, and I recited after Rabbi, went under the water 3 times. I was crying in the water because when I'm happy, I cry. That's it. Do you have anything?
Yeah.
Yes.
Similar story. I will say that when we got to the whole day, I was kind of taking in the entire experience. I think we all three were. But towards after lunch, when it was time, I got a little quiet, not because I was scared, because I realized that we were there. And I remember getting to the mikvah, and I didn't say this yesterday in the car, but I was concerned. One of my irrational concerns that it was cold. I love water, but I don't like cold water. So for a second, I was like, "Oh, this could be a hard start." But when we were in the room originally to see it, it felt warm. So I was like, "Okay, my one irrational fear is gone." I kind of remember what I said with the rabbis. It was a little bit of what I said tonight. In the mikvah, it was a profound experience. I don't really know how to describe it because it was a personal experience for me, but I did feel like I was in the presence of something holy, and that my life, every moment of my life, led to that spot, and I was in awe by it, and I still am. I can't believe, I think I got out of the water and came back out into the area and I was like, I can't believe I'm Jewish. But it was a profound experience yesterday. I will never forget it for as long as I live. And the ice cream was good.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
The milkshakes were delicious, Natalie.
Oh, no, it's because I asked her how the Mikvah was.
Natalie sent me a text today and said, how was milkshake? And I said, Mikvah? And she was like, yes. And I was like, well, we did actually have milkshakes afterwards, and they were delicious.
We went for milkshakes that came back Jews.
So you have experienced your past. Now you're in the present. And what you have coming in the future is the question. And so what I want you to do is think for just a half of a moment about something that is really crucial to you moving forward, what you might be wanting to think about, to study about, to ask about, whatever, but something that you feel is really crucial to you at that moment in the future that you're guessing about.
I think in the future going forward, I'm going to be involved in the Jewish community. I am not the only person with a similar experience as mine, and I know that. And I know that those people are out there, they're within the Jewish community, and they may be going on the same journey that I am, and they just don't know it. I want to be an example to young people. I want to be an example to the LGBTQ community. I want to be involved. I believe that through conversations I've had with people my age throughout 2020 is when the world shut down. A lot of people are looking for meaning still, and they still don't know where they're finding it. Or they're looking for it, but they still don't know where to find it. And I think I can be an example, and that's just kind of what I want to go forth right now in the immediate. And then continue to study Torah and history, because there's a lot that I still have to learn. So, and that's what I'm here for. It's a constant evolving process. So,
Mine was gonna be, I need to study more of the history. I mean, we started and we got through a lot very quickly. And I would like to know more, I would like to do more. But my one big goal, I was gonna put it in my speech, but I didn't. My kids are old, they're 17 and 19 now, and they're gonna be gone soon. I don't know where. And I wanna be what all the women here have been to me for the new people coming in. I wanna be the one who welcomes them. I wanna be the one who brings them in and does things with them, for them, helps them in any way that I can, and that sort of thing. So.
You're still gonna cry, so it's okay. So come with me this way.
Grandma, can I ask a question?
Sure, but loudly.
How can we, as members of the congregation, make your Jewish experience more meaningful to you or more valuable to you?
For me, I would say keep doing what you're doing. I've been here for 10 years. I mean, this room has changed my life, so just keep doing it.
for me, I want to get to know everyone in the congregation a little bit better. So,
Yeah. Any other?
Keep showing up.
So, in learning about Judaism and studying, is there something that, or what is the thing that surprised you the most that you didn't expect to be in the religion, other than eating Chinese food?
Chinese food on Christmas.
I've never done that, so I need to start doing that. For me, it was something Robert said yesterday. never thought about it. I didn't really grow up with religion. I grew up with God. Much like his mom's growing up, that was my kind of growing up. But the thing that he said was, I never knew Moses was such a big deal. I'd like to learn more about that. Because it's easy to be a Christian even when you're not a Christian. Even when you have no religion, everyone's talking about it all the time. I know about Jesus, but never felt anything for him really. I mean, it wasn't like something that drew me in, but Robert said it yesterday, like, Moses did a lot. And I was like, yes, pretty cool guy.
I'll add to that story on when I was a kid, my mom's sister, my Aunt Julie, she's heavily involved in her church. And while it's not a fundamentalist church, it is pretty conservative. But they used to, when I was a small kid, take me to vacation Bible school. And I used to get in trouble in vacation Bible school because I would ask the teachers, I would say, why are we always talking about Jesus? There are other people in the Bible to talk about. And I was just questioning why it was always about Jesus. I was like, I don't have anything against him, but I would like to know a little bit more. And so at a quite early age, like I said, my soul's been Jewish, I feel like the entire time. As far as the thing that I was surprised the most to learn about on this process, but what I now love the most, is I told the rabbis yesterday, I don't think yesterday I changed my religion as much as I joined a way of life and a people. I don't see, like, I have tenets of faith. I believe in God. I believe in Judaism. I believe in its tenets, its principles, but it's more than that. And that, why I had a hint of it because I researched a little bit before I knocked on the door to talk to Rabbi, I did not experience it until this process. And I think that is the most beautiful of the process. It was the thing I expected the least, and I turned out to love the most. So, which is usually what happens with me.
Anybody else? Please stand up. Standing here in front of the ark is one of the most meaningful experiences of Judaism, to stand in front of that ark and know that it's yours, and know that it's who you are and how you are, and know that you are changing the world. And because of that, each one of us are feeling the same thing, a slightly different way. But we're feeling that for you, and we're feeling that because we care so much about you, and we're feeling that because we learn so much from you and from all that you've done. And so as we stand here in front of the ark, we stand with the symbols of Judaism, we stand with the traditions of Judaism, we stand with our open hearts. All the way back to the time of the rabbis long ago, before there were rabbis, when there were priests, they said that we needed to have blessings. And the blessing that we have, you're going to share because you've gone through this together. And it's a very special blessing. And so it is a blessing that says, wow, look how lucky we are. It's lucky for you. It's even more lucky for us, because you are so amazing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. May God's face shine on you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God grant to both of you and to each of you lives of meaning, lives of joy, lives of just feeling so incredible as a Jew. And we hope and we pray, all of us, that you will feel that and carry that on through the rest of your lives. And we all say together,
I do. I feel good, really good.
Because if you said it was bad, we'd have a problem. I'm kidding. Have a seat, please. Even you're standing here because we're halfway done, or 3/4 of the way done. Go to the next seat. You should all be smiling. It's a wonderful experience. It's wonderful for us that we can share, and it is even more wonderful for both of you to have you here and to be part of the Jewish people and part of who we are and all that you bring to us. If you would turn, please, to page 253. As we begin the ending of our services, we talk about the Mishaberach and those people who are in need of healing. If there is anybody in the congregation in need of healing, I invite you to let us know at this point in time.
Margaret Cheryl Stark. Elaine Bills.
Anybody else over here?
Dick Williams.
Anybody else over here? So we join together as we hope and pray for healing for all those who are in need. Mishaberach 253. Avotenu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mekor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Page 259. Together, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. 259 if I skipped it. Shield it beneath the wings of your love and spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. We will be turning now to the Aleinu, page 282. Page 282. Please rise. And just stay there. Vatein Gedula Liotzer Bereshit, Shelo Asanu Kigoye Haratzon, Velo Samanu Kimishpakot Adama, Shelo Sam Chelkenu Kahem, Vigor Aleinu Kikol Hamonam, Ve'anachnu Korhi, Umishkahavim Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, page 287. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz vayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Close. Please be seated. You thought we were finished. We're not. It's okay. We have, right here. You knew we had this. Okay, so over here and over here. And open it up. And look at that. You got it. All right, and you guys stand together and you can read together. You don't have to read all the introductory stuff here, but I make this affirmation until the bottom of the keyboard. So until I will read them as Jews.
Okay.
Okay?
I make this affirmation as I enter the eternal covenant between God and the Jewish people, the children of Israel.
I choose to become a Jew of my own free will. I accept Judaism to the exclusion of all other religions, faiths, and practices, and now pledge my loyalty to Judaism and the Jewish people under all circumstances. I promise to establish a Jewish home and participate actively in the life of the synagogue and the Jewish community. I commit myself to the pursuit of Torah and Jewish knowledge.
If I
am blessed with children, I will rear them as Jews.
Amen. These are the certificates, and you will get them back when we go back downstairs. But you'll get these back when you are downstairs. These are the certificates themselves, and we add to them on each of these that this is also Mikvah. And so there are no questions, doubts, or concerns. And you are fully, completely, 120% Jewish. Which is what Moses Oh, you can stay. Okay. I like having company. Okay. If you would turn, please, to page 294. Page 294. We remember all those who have passed away and who meant so much to us. In the current year, Dr. Gilbert R. Cherrick, uncle of Alan Cherrick, Lawrence Berlin, father of Becky Trieger, Gloria Cohen, mother of Mary Beth Cohen, John Woods, partner of Edie Schultz, Lucas Jacob Schwartz, grandson of Barb and Mike Schwartz, Eleanor Zaraski, mother of Richard Zaraski, Elaine Beneshu, father of Remy Beneshu, Margaret Routman Schoenfeld, aunt of Carol Lowenstein, Jeanette Catherine Scrow, mother of Greg Scrow and daughter-in-law of Leslie, Susan Fair Lieber, sister of Esther Estep and sister-in-law of Les Estep. Istvan Steve Cortez, cousin of Eva Muller. Joseph F. Zaraski, brother of Richard Zaraski and brother-in-law of Betsy. Dr. Arthur Frank, brother of Stuart Frank and brother-in-law of Amber Barnhart. Dolores Rothschild, wife of Harvey Rothschild. Mark Kessler, brother of Gary Kessler. Those who passed away in years gone by: Helen Mandel Allen, Hans Anker, Gordon Brown, Leo D. Kahn, Sandra Dolan, Linda Estep, Carolyn Kuhn Pfeffer, Fanny Frisch, George Russ Goldstein, Harriet Hamill, David S. Hexter, Phyllis B. Hill, Nathan G. Leschen, Morris R. Myers, Frances Louise Roberts, Harriet R. Roberts, Fanny Seligman, Della M. Stern, Shirley J. Tick, Michael Victor, Saul Eustman. Did I leave anybody out? Okay, please rise. It's easier to see. Excuse me. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, v'Almadi v'Rachi Rutei v'Amlich Malchutei, v'Chayei u'v'Yomei Uvchaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala Uvizman Kariv Imru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mivorach Leolam Omei Omaya, Yit Barach V'yishtabach V'yit Pa'ar V'yit Roman V'yit Naseh, V'yit Hadar V'yit Halev V'yit Halal Shemei Kudashah Barichu, La'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechamata, Da'amiran V'alma V'imru, Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya v'chaim, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Osei Shalom v'imromav, U'ya'asei Shalom, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel and to all of those who are in need of healing from the disasters that they have tried to understand when their loved ones have died. And so we all say together, Amen. Have a seat for just a moment. You can stay. Don't go anywhere. Come over here. Stay here. We're going to sing together. You can sort of just fake it. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay? It's right here. It's easy. Okay? I know you can do this. Okay? You ready? Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. 353. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Sing with us. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and we continue our services, our celebration downstairs.